An exciting weekend of horse racing behind it, and right here on the Winning Post, we've got all the action for you. Hello and welcome. I'm Mohit Lalvani. Let's get started over in Bangalore, where we had the second classic of the summer season, the Colts Championship Stakes, the Group 1 race, run over a mile.
The second classic of the Bangalore summer season, the Colts Champion Stakes, kicked off with a bang on the 23rd of June at the Bangalore Turf Club. The contest opened to 3-year-old thoroughbred colts, run over a distance of 1600 meters, attracted a total of 13 horses. Pacey show of trained Acclaim led the parade ring with jockey Trevor Patel on his back. Acclaimed came into the race on the back of 2 wins, one in Mumbai and the other, the Lady Gibraltar Plate Division 1, here in Bangalore less than a month ago. Dr. M.A.M. Ramaswamy owned Murray was the crowd favourite, as he had made no mistake in his previous 2 starts, which included a brilliant performance in the none-only star Juvenile Million. Alander, trained by Altamash Ahmed, was a first-timer on the Bangalore track. He looked like he had taken well to the weather and like he was going to give his best to improve on his 3rd place finish in Mumbai. Pipin Salvi's horse Ace Bruce Fallis, who was competing in the 5th race of his career, had little luck on the Bangalore track and was looking to make his first win here after 2 3rd place finishes in the Bangalore Juvenile Million and the Sir Charles Todhunter Memorial Cup. Turf Striker, trained by Mahmood Khan, was another with a chance here. He came into the race on the back of a win at the Mayor's Cup earlier in the season. He had S. John riding on him and looked fit and able in the paddock. With the 13 runners raring to go, the starters set them off.
They're off for the Colts Championship Stakes, Grade 1 2013. And as the field of 13 runners settle down to race, Alan Dagg goes straight down to lead this field by about a length in front of Ace Fantasy. Mr. India moving up on the outside to be well up with the front runners. Then comes Decathlon. Further half inch behind is Acclaimed. Further 2.5 inches behind comes the next is Agostini. Adriano keeps company towards the railing. Ace Beautiful. Rora improving position from the outside, trailing about 2 off the fence. Then comes Miracle Memory, Turf Striker. Second last at the stage on the outside is Kallubama. Running last at the stage is Zara Romance. They run down towards the 900-meter marker, back to the leader, and it's still Mr. India. Leads this field. The new leader is Mr. India by about 3/4 in front of Alan there. Ace Fantasy is starting about 3 off the fence. Decathlon is in that 4th position. Keeping company on the outside of Decathlon is Acclaim, Agostini, Abjiaram, Bura improving position. And towards the near side, towards the rail side is Ace Beauty Palace. Then comes starting about 3 off the fence is Miracle Memory, Zara Praman, Turf Striker, as they bring to negotiate the run and set up for the final run for this Colts Championship Stakes Grade 1. As the field enter the final run, and Alan Day comes in on first, the leader by about 2 to the head, and Decathlon is the one which is working his way towards the railing. Then comes Acclaimed, Agostini, Argiano, and for the length behind is Miracle Memories. Then comes the other runners of Ace Bucifalas, and Mura has been produced about 5-6 wide off the fence, but Alan Day is now broken clear of this field by about 4-5 in front of Acclaim. Then comes Decathlon, Agostini, but racing inside the final 50, and it's all going to be Alan Day, the winner of the Colts Championship Stakes, from Acclaim finishing on second. Then comes Turf Striker, they have been followed by Agostini. Then comes Decathlon, Ace Bucifalas.
As the runners turned for home, jockey A. Sandesh nudged Alander to overtake Mr. India, who until then was leading the pack. In a matter of seconds, the horse quickened his pace and stormed clear of the rest in what could only be described as a breathtaking finish. He scored by more than 5 lengths over 2nd place finisher Acclaim, followed by Ace Bruce Fallis and Turf Striker. Crowd favourite Murray trailed behind, and one could spot the bright gold colours as he cantered in and finished off a disappointing 9th. It was celebration time for Alander's connections as the Colts crossed the winning post. A visibly delighted Neville Devlaliwala, owner of Allendale, spoke about the victory and about the Colts' pre-race preparations.
One more feather in the cap. Yesterday it was an acquired taste, today the big one.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to win races like this on a centre like this?
Superb. My first time at the centre. It was really great.
And was there a plan in place? You know, he had not come into with a run on this track.
No, he was supposed to run the million, but he had a bad shins issue. So after the last spurt, my trainer thought it's not advisable to run him on that. He said, rather I'll just treat him and give him a mock race and then we'll take him on to the... Fair enough.
Mock race was obviously enough for Aldea to win this one. But tell me your pre-race plans. Did you? How hopeful were you that you'll pull it off?
We were hopeful, but like Murray has got a very good track record. He's coming in with everybody had to beat him. We were just hoping, and we're great, man. The way he won, superb.
Okay, you're obviously excited. Explain the last 400 meters to me. What was going on in your mind? Your horse was up in front, and
I was kicking on. For a fraction, I looked at Murray and stuff. Like, he has a good turn of foot and stuff. But I said, you know, as it got closer, like the last 100, and then to cover that much ground, by that time I knew the race was on up.
Jockey A. Sandesh looked every bit the winner as he was led into the winning parade.
Well done, Sandesh. A beautiful race. You got the early pace and you were with the pace all the through.
No, my trainer told me, go to wherever you sit, you decide your race.
And when you decided to go in front, the horse had left in the tank, obviously.
Yeah, otherwise came to the straight Bangalore track. Before the lead, 2-3 lines, good for my horses and me. That's why I kick on the pace.
Trainer Altamash Ahmed was happy that his colt had done well and will now look to contest him in the upcoming Bangalore Derby.
Things seem to be going good, so I'm really glad horses have done well after coming here.
Yeah, tell me about your winner now. He was up in front rather too early. He took up in the straight.
No, that was always the plan because, you know, he was drawn on the inside and the going was a little soft, and normally horses find it a little difficult to come from the back. And he has a lot of initial speed, so that was the plan, to sit up there, you know, make the most of the inside draw that he had and see how far he can go.
I know it's a bit too early, but what are your post-race analysis for your particular horse and his preparation for the Derby?
Let's see how he takes this race. It all depends, but definitely we are hoping to go for the Derby. I'm sure he'll stay. I don't think staying is going to be really of an issue, but we'll see how it comes.
All the best. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Racegoers had another treat in store for them when superstar Ambarish made an appearance. He was duly honoured by the BTC officials and went on to carry out the presentation ceremony. We spoke to him about his experience at the racetrack.
Place, you know, the best has won. Sometimes you can't say the temperament of the horses, how they run. Today, shown the very nice show was there from that horse. It has won.
And now
Tomorrow we don't know what will happen.
It's a long time since we've seen you
Yeah.
leading your horses. When are you going to purchase a new lot of horses?
Oh, no, not a lot of horses. I have a fascination of these sports and I really love these sports. And I always keep 1 or 2 horses, sometimes 3, like that. I'm not a big owner.
With such great performances race after race, it looks like the Bangalore Derby is sure to see some tough competitors battle it out, and it could be anybody's race.
Well, a tremendous performance there from Alinda, and it's onward to the Kingfisher Bangalore Summer Derby for him in 3 weeks' time. Well, he will take on Murray, the favourite, yet again, and Murray perhaps was a bit aggressively ridden and will possibly run a much better race in the Derby. They'll of course take on the fillies as well, those that decide to run over the extended 400 meters. We'll take a short break, come back, we leave the shores of India, head over to Royal Ascot in what's been a glorious royal meeting. And welcome back to the Winning Post. Thanks for staying with us. Let's head straight on with the rest of our racing coverage. Leave the shores of India, head over to the UK for what many will agree is the best week of horse racing anywhere in the world.
The The month of June not just brings the warm summer in UK but also plays host to the much-awaited royal meeting at the Ascot racecourse. Royal Ascot is one of Europe's most famous race meetings dating back to the 18th century when it was founded by Queen Anne in 1711. The event is also an important date in the British social calendar with over 300,000 people making the annual visit to Berkshire during this week, including Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and other members of the British royal family such as the Prince of Wales arriving each day in a horse-drawn carriage, followed by the royal procession at the beginning of every race day. The Royal Festival plays host to 7 of UK's 32 annual Group 1 races and 9 other group level races over the course of 5 days here at the Ascot racecourse, which is also home to the Royal Ascot Cricket Club. Besides hosting 18 flat meetings from May to October and a few jump races in the winter month, the racecourse has also been featured in A View to Kill and Skyfall of the James Bond franchise. This year's royal meeting featured a purse of 5 million Great Britain pound, stretching this season's total prize money to as much as 10 million Great Britain pound. The first day began with the much-awaited Group 1 Queen Anne Stakes over 1600 metres, and much of the focus was on the Kentucky Derby and Dubai World Cup winner Animal Kingdom, despite this being his first effort at Ascot. Unfortunately for his connections, he failed to fire and it was Bangalore that got off to a flyer with declaration of war. Day 2 of the Royal Ascot started with the Group 3 Jersey Stakes for 3-year-old thoroughbreds over a 1400-metre trip. Named after the 4th Earl of Jersey, George Villiers, the race had been won 6 times by legendary jockey Lester Piggott as well as by English-born Sir Gordon Richards. The 21-horse lineup included Saeed bin Saroush Tawhid, who entered the race on the back of a third-place finish in the Group 2 German 2000 Guineas in May this year. Sylvester de Souza rode him for this occasion. Behind him with Richard Hughes in the saddle was Richard Hannon's Judge Mondirich, who brought his best form to the race after taking home the Cantor Fitzgerald Corporate Finance Heron Stakes in May this year. Aidan O'Brien looked to achieve his third victory in Jersey Stakes with Gale Force 10, who had to settle for the second place in the Tattersalls Irish 2000 Guineas. His son Joseph O'Brien held the reins of the bay-coloured colt.
The stand-side group, tracking Blaine with Tamayu's star also in that little cluster, along with the colour change the brothers wore, white with the green chevron. Torhid towards the rear of that group in company with the slow starting Here Comes When. The middle group, they're just about headed by Well Acquainted in company with the striped cap there of Moutin, who tracks that. They're now coming together with the far side, where Don't Bother Me continues to show up prominently in company with Ajram. Inside the final 150 yards, near side Torhid, the centre Monty Ridge and Gale Force 10, who's fighting back and has got back up to win the Jersey. Gale Force 10 looked to be headed by Monty Ridge, but I think has got back up to prevail.
Gale Force 10 forced his way through the others to continue the Balladol march at Royal Ascot. The son of Oasis Dream took his winnings to a little less than 75,000 Great Britain pound. Next in line was the 10th edition of the Duke of Cambridge Stakes, which had originally been initiated for older fillies in an attempt to prevent their premature retirement to the studs. This year's renewal fielded 6 fillies and 3 mares, which included the 4-year-old filly Dank, who came fresh into the contest from Newmarket after winning the 1800-metre Qatar Bloodhawk Daila Stakes in May. She was trained by Sir Michael Stout, who seemed confident of sealing a 4th victory here with Ryan Moore on the saddle. Her main challenger seemed to be David Walkman's chestnut-coloured Dunton, who had been unbeaten in her last 4 races, which included the Group 1 Colmore Pegasus Matron Stakes over 1600 metres in September last year. With all locked and loaded, the starter set them away.
Who races furthest from the grandstand side. The purple jacket of Sweetness and Light is next. Spirituous Aurora just relegated in the black colours to be the back marker as Richard Hughes moves Dance with the Devil in the green and white colours 1 place up the field. Inside of the 2 marker, still Paul Hannigan on Ladies First in front. Duntle on the left coming to challenge. Dank with a blue cap, Ryan Moore is there. Chegan behind those as they head now inside of the final furlong. Dank is coming through to join Ladies First. Duntle though with a white cap has come to join them, and as they head to the final furlong, along now. It is Duntle, ladies first with the noseband, Dank the blue cap, and Beatrice Aurora, the black sleeve jacket, the far side. Duntle is in front as they race towards the closing stages. Ladies first and Dank trying to get to her, but it's another win on this day for Duntle. She wins the ladies first.
Duntle recorded her 5th straight victory in a timing of 1:39.47 to take home the winner's share of 77,375 Great Britain pound. The filly handed Lorden his 2nd victory after he last won it with Lolly for Dolly in 2011. The biggest attraction of this day was the Group 1 Prince of Wales Stakes, which was contested over 2,000 metres. The race had its initiation in 1862 and was named after the then Prince of Wales, Edward VII. In the parade ring was Aidan O'Brien's Camelot, who had narrowly failed to make history last year when stumbling only in the last leg of the English Triple Crown. While he was looking to clinch his 5th Group 1 race, he was also looking to find the winner's circle after remaining till the St. Leger last year. Running for the first time this year was another Irish, the Fugue. The brown filly had enjoyed a fine season in 2012 with 2 runner-up places as well as 2 victories out of 5. Trainer John Gustin and jockey William Buick were hoping to repeat the feats of last year here at Ascot. Sheikh Hamdan's Mukhadram came into the contest on the back of Group 3 victory at Sandown in the 2000-metre Cantor Fitzgerald Brigadier Gerald Stakes last month. 5-year-old Al-Kazim was another with a chance here. Roger Charlton's trainee had jockey James Doyle on his back, who was all set to clinch his 4th victory with the horse.
In 4th place. A length Afsari, Camelot in 6th place at this stage ahead of Maxios, Windsor Palace, the Fugue, Red Caddo, and last of all the blue jacket of St. Baudolino. Continue their progress uphill, entering now the final half mile. Mukhadram in the blue and white leads by over a length from Side Glance. Mukhadram nibbling away at the advantage. Al-Kazim, they're clear of Camelot. Mukhadram still in front. Al-Kazim is edging closer all the way to the line. Al-Kazim drawing alongside Mukhadram. Mukhadram, no more to give. And Al-Kazim gets up to win the Prince of Waleses.
Al-Kazim caught up with Mukhadram and galloped away to reach the winning post with an impressive timing of 2 minutes 3 seconds. He is the son of Dubawi and is from Kazim. Ladies' Day followed on 20th of June, and the 2 outstanding performances of the day came from Estimate, who won the Group 1 Gold Cup for Sir Michael Stout, giving Her Highness a famous Royal Ascot victory. The other was from Riposte, who stormed home in the Group 2 Ribblesdale Stakes for Sir Henry Cecil's wife, Lady Cecil, bringing a feeling of mixed emotions from across the racing world and making it a true red letter day for the ladies.
And with that, well, we're not done with Royal Ascot. We'll take a very quick break, come back, wrap up the action from the Royal Week. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Winning Post. I'm Mohit Lalwani. Thanks for staying with us. Let's end this episode with the rest of the action from a glorious week at Royal Ascot.
The Group 2 King Edward VII Stakes, earlier known as the Ascot Derby, kick-started the 4th day over the Epsom Derby trip of 2,400 metres and welcomed 8 3-year-olds who competed for a purse of 175,000 Great Britain pound. Aidan O'Brien fielded the Irish-bred Battle of Marengo, who had run 4th at the Epsom Derby earlier this month. The Colt retained the services of Joseph O'Brien on the saddle. He was challenged by Hillstar, who was the runner-up in the Betfred Mobile Sports Gold Cup held in May this year. The bay-coloured colt was partnered by Ryan Moore in the saddle and seemed unfazed by the burden of handing trainer Sir Michael Stout his 6th victory since his first with Sharif Dancer in 1983.
They're followed through by contributor in the blue and yellow striped jacket, sitting in 4th position, and then Fantastic Moon, another one who was free on the way to the start in blue and yellow colours, races up towards the outside of Havana Beat. Mutashaded is behind those, the blue and white cap after his slow start, one from the rear of the field, and Ryan Moore has Hillstar. But it's the Derby 4th, Battle of Marengo, the favourite, who's leading as they Jubilee coming into the home straight. He shows in front and is kicked for the winning line now by Joseph O'Brien, and he's gone 2 or 3 lengths clear. Fantastic Moon in second, Contributor moving into third. On the right, Hillstar making progress from the rear of the field. They're approaching the last furlong now. Hillstar is going to try and chase down Battler Marengo, who got first run on him. Battler Marengo by 2 lengths, but Hillstar is closing with every stride. Middleshed staying on behind those. Ryan Moore has brought Hillstar from last place to first to win the King Edward the 7th Stakes. Hillstar wins, Battler Marengo second.
Hillstar galloped away to the finish line, clinching the 99,242 Great Britain pound winner's share in 2 minutes 30 seconds. The son of Danehill dancer from Crystal Star registered his second career win in just 5 starts and seemed capable of some big performances in the future. The third race of was the much-awaited Coronation Stakes. Established in 1840, the race received its Group 1 status in 1988 and was run over a distance of 1600 meters. Open to 3-year-old thoroughbred fillies, 17 fillies competed this year for a purse of 350,000 Great Britain pounds. In the parade ring was Richard Hannon's Maureen, who entered the race on the back of 2 6th-place standings in the Group 1 Kipco 1000 Guinea Stakes and the Group 1 Etihad Airways Irish 1000 Guineas for fillies, both over a trip of 1 mile in May this year. Frankie Dettori was on board. Hannon's second charge in the race was Irish-bred Sky Lantern, who was partnered by regular jockey Richard Hughes in the saddle. The 3-year-old won the Kipco 1000 Guinea Stakes in Newmarket this year and was tipped by many to win this one. Challenging them from Charles Hill's yard was Just the Judge, who borrowed out to Sky Lantern in the Kipco 1000 Guineas, but took home the Etihad Airways Irish 1000 Guineas with Jamie Spencer on her back. She seemed to be the most likely to turn the tables on Sky Lantern here. With blazing pace expected, the starter let them get on with the proceedings.
4 and 5 wide early. Pavlovska's right there in the centre. Cyanica just behind them. Big Break's got a good run on the rails. Half a length further back then is Maureen. Followed out very wide on the track there at this stage by Mizava. Further back, Maureen is right in the centre from Victoria. And now Sky Lantern is now launched by Hughes right down the extreme outside. Big Break got the run now near the inner. Now being tackled by Just the Judge. Victoria in the centre. Maureen going with them, and now Sky Lantern swamping the lot of them. Sky Lantern, the grey, grabbed the lead with 100 yards left to go and careering away for Richard Hughes. It's Sky Lantern, the 1000 Guineas winner, who has blitzed them in the Coronation. She goes on to win it well.
Sky Lantern flew the flag for Ireland as she battled home to hold off Ken Hope and Just the Judge. The daughter of Red Clubs clocked an impressive 1 minute 39 seconds 75 milliseconds and took her earnings up to 637,000 Great Britain pound. The final day of the royal meeting brought us the 2,400 metre long Hardwicke Stakes. This Group 2 race was established in 1849 with Lester Piggott and Pat Edery both reaching the winning post for a record 7 times. This year's race invited 8 thoroughbreds to participate, including the 4-year-old Sir John Hawkwood. The brown gelding seemed determined to hand trainer Sir Michael Stout his 8th victory in this one and was teamed with the 2010-2012 winning jockey Ryan Moore, who had also won the Epsom Derby this year. He was joined by Lady Cecil's Thomas Chippendale, who was looking to improve on his 2nd place finish in the Group 3 Bet 365 Gordon Richards Stakes and the Buckhound Stakes in April and May respectively.
The field with Songcraft as Ektiam is allowed to stretch on here and has quickly established what is now a clear advantage of at least 3 lengths over Universal, who in turn has moved 3 lengths clear of Dandino, so they're beginning to string out. In 4th, Sir John Hawkwood drifting back with Thomas Chippendale next. Mount Athos towards the inside with Songcraft and Noble Mission held up at the rear of the field, but Ektiam is making his tactics clear as they make their journey now inside the final furlong and a half. Thomas Chippendale pressed by Noble Mission. No room at the inn for Songcraft at the moment. Dandino out in the clear. It's Thomas Chippendale trying to hang on from Dandino, who emerges now as the main threat. Thomas Chippendale for Johnny Murtagh, pursued by Dandino and Frankie Dettori. Still out in front is Thomas Chippendale. Another winner this week for Johnny Murtagh. Thomas Chippendale has won the Hardwicke.
With Roger Varian's Ektiham running loose for 7 furlongs, Thomas Chippendale was able to get up to take home the winner's share of almost 121,000 Great Britain pounds. The son of British stallion Dan Silly did so in 2:30.65, but his joy didn't last long as he collapsed fatally after the line in what proved to be a tragic story for an otherwise great week. Another tragedy that took place during the race involved Ektiham, who slipped up on the bend and gave Paul Hannigan a nasty fall. But both the former champion jockey and the horse were reportedly unscathed. Thomas Chippendale's gallant run led to the main race of the day, the Diamond Jubilee Stakes. The race was run over a trip of 1200 meters and is the 5th leg of the Global Sprint Challenge. With 500,000 Great Britain pound up for grabs this year, the parade ring attracted 18. Leading the parade ring was the Dr. Cyrus Poonawalla-owned Gordon Lord Byron, who looked confident of getting his second win in just 4 starts this year, after clinching the winning post in the Dundalk Stadium race in March this year. Fauzi Abdullah's Krypton Factor was looking to get back to his familiar place, the winner's circle, after 2 third place and a runner-up finish this year. Irish-bred Society Rock came fresh into the contest after winning the Group 2 Duke of York Clipper Logistics Stakes over 1200 meters in May this year. The 6-year-old veteran sprinter was saddled by James Fanshawe and had 6 times British champion jockey Kyron Fallon on it. Fellow compatriot Lethal Force was in to seek revenge after he bowed out to Society Rock in the Duke of York Clipper Logistics Stakes in May. With the field all in, the starters set them away.
Towards the left, a red jacket, Krypton Factor and Replier next. Society Rock is pulled to the right. Slade Power with a white jacket, red sleeves coming there. Lethal Force, though, is kicked for home by Adam Kirby. Sea Siren is through into second place. Gordon Lord Byron behind that. Society Rock and Krypton Factor the next 2. Lethal Force has always been in front. He's got 200 yards to go with Adam Kirby. He's drifting to the near side, but it's Lethal Force in front. Society Rock has moved into second, but that's the best he'll do. Lethal Force made order, Society Rock.
Lethal Force flew the flag for Ireland this time after taking his earnings to well over 335,000 Great Britain pound in 1:13.36. His sire is Dark Angel and is from Land Army.
Well, and that's all we have on this episode of The Winning Post. We have begun our Facebook page, so go on to Facebook and look for The Winning Post. You'll see all the latest updates on that page. We also have tips on our Twitter account, which is @MohitLalvani. And of course, if you want to see this episode again or catch some of our previous episodes, log on to our YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/winningpostracing. Till I see you in a week's time. Goodbye, thanks for joining me, and may the horse be with you.